Hello, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. It is Thursday, May 11th. Sorry about that. I put out Fridays out. I thought it was Friday. It's Thursday. The moon is still in Aquarius, though, so that's the same. So tomorrow, listen to tomorrow's again, even though you've heard it already. It might make more sense, or it may not. So Venus made an early morning sextile to the north node of the moon. Venus is in Cancer right now. The north node of the moon is in Taurus, and Taurus is a Venus ruled sign. So there is communication here. More communication. I talked about that for tomorrow as well. It's a very good day to talk things over. It's a very good day to talk things over tomorrow as well. And then over the weekend with that Mercury Saturn sextile that I spoke of. But there's a lot of things to talk about. The moon in Aquarius is a humanitarian moon, and it is a moon that looks at how we interact with each other as a race of people, as a race. And we also have the moon today square its own nodes. The moon is in Aquarius, right? And the nodes are in Taurus and Scorpio. And the resolution node, so we feel somewhere torn between the past and the future. What do we need to do? How do we move forward? We have to go back to the past and look at that South Node in Scorpio. South Node in Scorpio can be the past relationships around power and abuse of power. Scorpio can be very, in its negative sense, very controlling, very suspicious. And, you know, some of the most awful things that we can do are in that Scorpio sort of bucket. And it doesn't mean that people who are Scorpios are terrible people. No, they have come, they're brave people. They come in to deal with these issues. They come in and face these issues. The one thing about Scorpio is it allows us to confront things. And what is it that you need to confront from your past? And Scorpio is also an energy of relationships. So what do you need to confront in your relationships from the past? We saw E. Jean Carroll do that, right? And so many of us have stories from the past. It's about seeing it, understanding it, letting it go, so we can move into a better relationship, North Node in Taurus, with ourselves. Because Taurus is about self-love, self-appreciation, value of self. So that's what we are looking to move in the direction of. But sometimes we have to let go of our difficult past and put responsibility where responsibility is. Forgiveness isn't allowing somebody to hurt you. Forgiveness is a way of releasing yourself from those people continuing to hurt you. So those are some of the themes. We also have Venus make a semi-square to Uranus. Of course, Uranus is in Taurus with Venus in Cancer. This is an energy where we're pulling our energy back in, right? We put our energy out there with Uranus and Venus with that conjunction that they had. Put yourself out there, your values out there. Now that we have experienced how putting those values out there has, you know, what feedback we got from that, now we can take that and we can develop a sense of basic understanding and foundational understanding. So when the square comes between Venus and Uranus, we can take that and take an action on what we've come to understand about our values and our need for self-worth and self-esteem. Here we have the apple blossoms with some bees in them. Hello, bee. All the pollinators are out. So good, so good. So sorry about the mix-up this morning. It happens. Mercury's retrograde. This Mercury retrograde is kicking my butt, which is unusual because I have a Mercury retrograde and usually I work pretty good with it. But I think it's because it's Taurus and it's such an earthy kind of thing. You really have to double check your earthly stuff, including, you know, check your banking. Make sure that you know what you have in there, right? Okay, that's important. All right, anything else? We do have the moon make a square to Mercury. Again, the moon in Aquarius and Mercury in Taurus. The question is, it is a, let's see, what is it? It's a last quarter. Is it? Yeah, it's a last quarter square. And so the question that comes to us today is, what's our responsibility and what is not? What's our responsibility to humanity as a whole? That's the question we're being asked. And we're all part of the same humanity. So we have to be responsible for each other. We are our brothers and sisters keepers, as they are ours. And we need to keep each other well and in love and in health and with a compassionate heart. All right, there is the so it's this is later in the day. That's why it's noisier up here at the top of the yard, but the dogwood is really blooming, so I want to share that with you. So there's the beautiful dogwood. Let me see if we can get under it, because I'm not sure it's bloomed as beautifully as it's bloomed last year. It seems like every year a plant, like there's a star of the show, and I think this year the star of the show might be the apple blossoms. But if you have a yard like we do and you walk through it, you know some years are better years for certain things than others. So we'll see what becomes the king of the year of 2023. So far the apple trees are winning the contest. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. Again, sorry about the mix-up. I do my best, but when you spend your life looking at the stars, sometimes you forget what day it is on planet Earth. Take care, everyone. Namaste.